I know this isn't probably the best angle to show it, but got the new Western shirt here. I say new, it was supposed to come out ages ago, and this is just a, this is the home shirt, and this is the away shirt. Don't like that. Only 15 quid as well, so, wow. So, yeah, why not? If you really want one, I'll DM you the link, but I'm probably not going to put a link in just because they are on limited edition. It's Hello, One-on-One FM here, and welcome to the next episode of the Weston-super-Mare Save. Got a new place for the camera, got my Weston-super-Mare shirt. You can probably see the back of the mic over here somewhere. But I thought this would be a better angle, just testing it out, see if I like it or not. Probably will like it, as I like it on first impressions. And yeah, let's get into it. Got a couple things that need to go on. Chelmsford will play in our first game. I'll go through the friendlies first. 1-1 draw against our under 23, 2-2 draw against Peterborough. I'll just click on them so you can see 2-2 draw against Peterborough, which are our affiliate club. 4-0 win over Bideford. 0-0 draw with Bristol City. 4-0 win over Highworth. Looking through the side, you might actually see some of our new signings, but I'll introduce you to them in a minute. 3-1 win over Hereford. 5-2 win over Goiter United. 2-1 win over Bristol Rovers. 4-0 win over Pontarntwe. And a 3-2 win over Tom Pendentry. And not even sure if I pronounced like 3 of them names right. But anyway, let's get into the transfers. I know you've probably seen them already, but we're going to go on release players first. Some surprising names on here. Some first team players from last season. Jake Lee didn't even play a game, and he was didn't even play a game. Nope, not even a friendly or a reserve game. Never Diallo, he just moaned constantly. It's gone on to Salisbury, who are now I think the league below, playing left mid as well, which he's actually not bad at. Charlie Harris is right winger that played quite a few games last season, and 21 in fact. 13 starts in non-competitive, 17 starts in the league, 3 goals and 3 assists, but I think we've got better options out there, and he wasn't exactly the best rating. Tristan Plummer, a player that's been at Western for a little while, played 35 appearances, which is 1 less than he had last year, and apparently he's still with us. He hasn't got a club yet, but I'm sure he will get a club, especially if Diallo's got one. And 29 years of age. I think if he had more end product, I probably would play him, and if he could play deeper in right wing, but he got a replacement in, and you've probably seen who it is. Gesnell got an injury. He's probably still a decent signing, but he broke his leg last season. I'm not exactly sure what he'll come back. He played 1 game and he was absolutely awful. That's what made my decision. A couple of youngsters, the rest of them, Ben Vernon, Reece Collier, the rest of these are just that youth intake and trial day that I brought in. And yes, anyway, I know you really want to interested on the ins, but I'll show you the outs first. All these players, I really didn't have a choice in whether they went or go. Anthony Garlick, poacher, went to Wrexham in the National League. He's in their under 18s at the moment. Only played 1 game in our under 18s last season. Obviously got decent potential. Harry Crossfield to Barnet. I'm not sure whether he actually would have made our first team, but according to Barnet scouts, he's pretty decent. Could have been and could have been 5-star potential. The only one I was really gutted about at the time was Dan Seal. I had a plan for him in the first team. Doesn't look like he's that much interested for 5 stars. If he had a bit more composure, I probably would have played him last season, but he's off to Bournemouth. Anyway, you'll see there's quite a few signings. Most of them Well, it's about half and half, loan and freeze. Anyway, I'll go for the freeze first. First one is Ethan Miller, 3.5 star current ability, 5 star potential, 18-year-old, free from on loan West Ham. Scott Warrer, he's a centre back, 3.5 star current ability, 5 star potential, free from Stoke. Matt Bauer, who played for us a lot last season, probably didn't have the best performances, but I'm just saying that might be because he is one of the loanees, but in a permanent, played 42 games last season, even got on a goal and a play of the match performance, so that's pretty decent. Ryan Jarvis was another centre back we brought in. You can tell what we were lacking in. Only £100 a week, 2.5 star current ability, 5 star potential, in on a free from a season at Wolves. Ben Jefford from Oxford City, left back, and this time we actually secured this one towards the end of the last season. 3.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential from Oxford, who played 42 games with a goal and a play of the match. Pretty much the same as Bauer. Ben Jefford is, I think, the player we just looked at. A couple of loanees then. Hayam Manoga from Portsmouth, loanee right back, 3 star current ability, 5 star potential. Was tempted to loan that guy from Bristol's Rovers back, but he really didn't play well. And this guy, who was at Woking last season, only played 2 games, but not really sure why. Sam Hendy from Forest Green, 3.5 star current ability, 5 star potential, rotational central midfielder. Played 15 games in League 2 last season, which I think if he's going to play well, then he might actually be one of our starting players. Max Morecambe, another central midfielder, 3 star current ability, 5 star potential from Exeter. Been on loan at Bideford, where he played 11 games, and last season was on loan at Truro, where he played at 41, scoring 3. Another Exeter loanee is a right winger / right mid, Harry Kite, on loan at Dorchester, who are, I think, the league below in some sort. Didn't exactly set the world alight, but 6 assists and 1 goal is still a bit better final product than Tristan Plummer did. Nothing against Tristan, I just didn't think he had enough end product. Another right back, a bit of a loanee from Wrexham again. We've got 2 loanees, both youngsters. This one from Wrexham, I played a first team game 2 years ago, but that is his only appearance for the first team. Played all 7 games in pre-season, and a couple of more things to go on. Senior affiliate, that was last season, I think. Did a youth facilities upgrade, which will be done in November towards the end. And just before I do that, I'm going to look at the season preview, because I looked at this halfway just before, I think it was middle of the season, and we were like 3rd. I think we were 2nd at one point. Obviously some of these teams are strengthened, but 6th is still pretty high. Even Truro are like 20th. I mean, wow. Hampton and Richmond are supposed to be one of the best teams in this league, and they're not even there. Torquay, I'm surprised they're still in this league. Anyway, I've talked for long enough. Let's get into that first. Vanarama National South game of the season. Pretty familiar lineup towards most of the players. Pano in goal with Miller, Bauer, Warrer and Jefford making up the back 4. Kite, Kane, Burn, Swallow making up midfield, and Jamie Lucas with Eli Phipps up front. Hopefully Phipps can get onto his goal scoring form like it was last season, and if Jamie Lucas can chip in like he did last season, I'm sure that 6th place will rise to maybe a bit higher. But anyway, Chelmsford, not sure where they were on the predicted thing, but oh god, look at this pitch. Just look at this pitch. Jesus Christ. This is me where I usually do it. I mean, come on. Lamont over to Silvera Cross. I mean, I had a slight feeling that might have gone over Luke Pennell into the back of the net, but luckily for us it didn't. Corner from Swallow. Kite's on the end of it. Winger to winger. Miller, not really the best of shots, but Not too bad from a fullback. Goal kick from the Chelsea keeper. Fenwick's under this. Not sure who that number 5 is, but he's not even challenging for the ball. Silvera, another cross. Not sure if he's actually crossing it or if he's just bad. Swallow puts in Phipps. Jamie Lucas for his first chance, and Hallett, that's his. For this level, what a really good save. I mean, I say that at this level. I'd love to play at this level. Jamie Lucas can't quite get the end of it. Phipps back to Kane. Back to Swallow, the corner taker. To Kite, Wilder, Lucas, Tom Phillips, and hits it towards the back, and I'm surprised that's not a corner. We do have a throw in though. Towards Kite on this right hand side. Lucas to Jacob Kane. I mean, not that great. Kite picks up the ball though towards Alex Byrne, but Lamont cuts it out. I think he used to play for Truro. Fenwick to Murphy, edge of the box, shooting opportunity. I mean, that was brilliant by Murphy and probably deserved the goal at the end of it. But with a free kick, hit the wall and the post. I mean, come on. Need to encourage the lads. Wilder. Feels weird seeing Wilder and he's not the Sheffield United manager. I mean, I'm sure it's not the same guy. Phipps over to Lucas right hand side. Kite's not exactly having the best of... He's not in the worst of games, but he's not getting as influential as a right wing as Swallow does. I mean, it's his debut for a first team game. Kane to Kite, just passing it between the three of them. Is anyone else going to have the touch of the ball? Apparently not. Cuts out, but straight back to Murphy. Running out the Western defence. Luke Pennell is well behind that. A safe hands from Pennell. Lamont with a free kick, not going to shoot. Murphy, Reece Murphy, scores for Chelmsford, and we are 1-0 down. I mean, Luke Pennell looked like he was trying to come for it and then didn't. I mean, I don't want to look at the replay just because it's not our goal. It's just before half time. We need to at least start the second half right. At least finish the first half right. Starters. We're just passing it behind everyone. We're not quite, I think, match fit. But we're kind of match fit. We're not match cohesion fit, if you know. I don't know what the word is. Kite towards Lucas. I mean, come on. Last season they would have finished that. Wara cuts it out. That is number 5. Byrne to Kane. Out to Swallow on this left hand side. Not quite in our groove quite yet. Swallow cross to Phipps. Hits the post again. Come on. Swallow lets it go out for a throw in. Second half, Lucas to Matt Bauer. On the right hand side of defence this season, at least for the first game, seeing how well he does. Hopefully he does a little bit better. Lamont with another free kick. Dangerous for the first one. Pretty tame for the second one. Luke Pennell, what's he going to do? Launches it forward to Eli Phipps in behind him goal. I mean, that is the non-league. That is finest, and that is non-league. It's worst as well. Phipps straight to keeper. I mean, Chelmsford keeper's pretty decent. Swallow with another corner. It's a left. I don't know how we got our left winger to left back. We need to stop getting our wingers and fullbacks on the end of crosses, or just get them to cross like that. Luke Pennell on the end of that cross. It's been quite dangerous, that left back, but wow, hell of a kick by. I mean, Pennell, he deserves the assist. Swallow straight to him, and then just puts it on the plate for Jamie Lucas, who gets the equaliser just after half time. I told the players at half time, you keep playing like you are, and you're going to win the match, and it looks like we might. As long as our defence keeps being watertight. Fenwick, a bit of a long shot. Pennell gathers it at the second attempt. Truro are 2-0 down already. I mean, they're in for a long season. Jefford to Swallow. Looks like we might actually be in the swing of things. We'll dominate the game. Jamie Lucas to Alex Byrne. Can't quite get the end of it. It is a penalty. I thought it was a penalty. Jamie Lucas to take it. It does take him in real life. And I thought he was right-footed. Straight to keeper again. I mean, Hallett has made 3 saves, but they've both been straight at him. I mean, at least make him work for it. Starkey, corner, Bauer on the end of it. That's exactly what we need. Ben, I don't know what I call him, Ben Phipps. It's not Ben. Puts forward Lucas anyway. Jamie Lucas, near post, Hallett. just to get rid of it. And I think that, yeah, it is a corner. I don't know if it actually went out before it went out. If yeah, it makes sense. Swallow in towards the near post, Miller on the end of it, and apparently Lucas Butcher's had it, but I really didn't see that. Had a goal kick. Last couple of seconds now. We had the chances to win it, but I don't think we actually will. I mean, if we're not careful, we could end up losing it. Luke Bernal's goal kicks aren't exactly the greatest. In fact, his goal kicks for this game have been pretty perfect, if I can say myself. Not many substitutions, but probably should have. Swallow towards Phipps. Can we get a late one? Byron cuts it out. Phipps tried to get into one, and Lucas was offside. In the last couple of seconds now, and there is full time at 1-1 draw against Chelmsford. We dominated that game and definitely had the chances to win it, but at the end of the day, we didn't. Winning United in a couple of days, but I'm not going to show you that one. I'll leave it a couple games. Anyway, Kingstonian promoted team with Sam Besant. How they got Sam Besant? I mean, didn't he used to play for like might have been someone else? Was it Cambridge? Might be thinking of someone else. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.